I'm Gene Coffey. I'm a tattoo artist, and we're in my studio in Long Island City.
What style of tattoos are you known for?
Oh, jeez.
Because
It would be watercolor tattoos. That's what the hashtag would be. I'm known for doing watercolor tattoos, or avant-garde style of tattoos, or graphic style of tattoos. It's a graphic style. It's my own style, though. It's a Gene Coffey tattoo. It's sort of what I've tried to do here is make it be a very personal experience for people. This isn't really a tattoo shop, first of all. Like, it's not. It's not a shop in any way. It's my studio, which I think is very different for a lot of, like, it's not a tattoo shop. Like, I know what tattoo shops are, and this isn't. And that's intentional. Like, I think when I was a kid, you know, you started doing drugs because, like, your friends are doing it, and somebody's like, hey, I got some weed, you want to smoke some weed? And you're like, yeah, hey, I stole these beers from the refrigerator. You want to drink these beers with me? Yeah. And then, you know, by the time I moved to New York and in my early 20s, I was like shooting dope and smoking crack nonstop. So in the abstract, it seems like that's a good idea as an artist, right? That this is somehow going to unlock some wealth of creativity and make you some sort of like genius. But I don't think I was consciously trying to like shortcut myself into being like some, I don't know though. Because also like my idols were people like Basquiat or Kurt Cobain. So they were these sort of people who did like hard drugs and then died young, like in this beautiful fucking, and they're like, yeah, there's that romantic idea of that. I'm sure that played a part. After I had intentionally tried to kill myself by overdosing, and I woke up the next morning and I wasn't dead, and I was like, oh fuck. And then after that, sort of, it was a necessity. I only had two choices, right? I'm either gonna fucking die or I'm not gonna die. And clearly doing heroin and smoking crack is leaning more towards the you're gonna die thing, so I had to stop doing drugs. It's a struggle, you know, being an artist, especially when you're like in your 20s and 30s and you're just trying to like get footing, and you have this dream, or I had this dream, this idea of like being some New York debutante fucking artist, you know, where I'm like 20 and I'm having gallery shows and et cetera, et cetera. You still have to work the day job. So it's a struggle. It's always a struggle. Even now, it's still a struggle. Like, sure, I don't have to work in some shitty day job, but I still have to work. And tattooing is my job, you know. I love it, but it's still my job at the end of the day. Tattooing has given me the opportunity to be an artist. Like, now I get paid and all I do 24 hours out of the day is make art. So it affects everything.
Sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's very awesome. Yeah, it's like it's the dream, right? It's the dream of an artist to just have to just get to do art and not have to do drudgery. Before, I don't know, I had a different idea of what it meant to be an artist. And now my definition of what it is to be an artist has changed substantially in the last like 5 to 10 years. I think I have more integrity now since I've sort of abandoned that pursuit of validation, and now I just make what I want because I have to make it, and not because like I'm trying to get other people to like it. And I think that's more of what it is to be like an artist, is that you sort of start to become yourself in your work, and you're not trying to make work for other people's pleasure. It's not like being an artist isn't your job. I have to do a painting. Not because somebody's commissioned me to do it, not because like somebody wants me to do it, but because there's some fucking thought rolling around in my brain that needs to be committed to canvas or paper, so I have to fucking do it, you know. I think that's where that line of like being an artist is drawn. It's like it's not a work for hire. It's not a commissioned thing. It's an impulse. It's a necessity.